Hi, everybody. So, my name's Carly again, and today I will be talking about healthy eating habits and how they kind of structure our whole life, our day to day basis, physical health, mental health, the list goes on. So, just to start off, having a healthy eating habit can alter your life in many, many positive aspects. We will be going over a handful of that today throughout this presentation. So, let's first jump into a little question. So, how many of you guys out there listening, how many of you guys have like a solid workout regimen, either follow a diet or try to follow a diet whether that's, working out, like you have a solid plan, or if you kind of go based off of like meal prepping or have, those meal preps that come in that get delivered, or just kind of like try to stay on top of, eating healthy. It could be from like counting your calories, your macros, and everything like that. I can see maybe a handful of you guys, have that and, are like strict on yourself about it. Or, and then on the other hand, a handful that could be, you know, don't really. And you kind of have like the mindset of, if I have time, I'll do it. Or kind of the mindset of, if I get to it, I get to it. And, that's okay. That's okay because we live in LA, which is crazy. And, a lot of us have the schedule of a 9 to 5 where, you come home from your work after, we sit in traffic, maybe if you live far and, being LA, that could be like hours, LA traffic is crazy. And so, you work the 9 to 5 and then you come home, you have to cook dinner possibly, and maybe, you're cooking dinner for yourself or you're cooking dinner for um, the rest of the household, and that could be a lot. And then, after dinner, then maybe you have kids and then you have to take them to soccer practice, basketball practice, dance practice, or if not, you're cheering them on at dance recitals or cheering them on at games. Like, life can be crazy, and that's okay. Life is life, and we have to do the best of our ability. So, because of that, the next thing you know, it's like 10 p.m., and then you're back home getting ready to do the whole thing all over again. So, I could think also, especially in nursing school, as reference, like I'm a nurse already, LVN, and so back then in nursing school, like it was so crazy, like assignments, assignments, assignments. If you're not doing assignments, like you're studying for an exam, and we could forget to eat or we forget to work out because we're so stuck in our books, and then the next thing you know, like I said, it's 10 p.m. and you have to start all over again for the next day. So the reality is that we need to make sure we put time aside for ourselves, and not only for ourselves, but for our mental health, our physical health, and everything. I'm sure many of you have heard the saying of you need to water yourself so that you can water others around you. And that quote is so powerful, and it's so true. Because if you can't water yourself, like what makes you think that you could, like help provide for others or water somewhere else? I was like, you can't. So, in a nursing perspective, it's saying that if you're dehydrated because you're not watering yourself, and this actually goes into like having like proper water intake too. But if you're dehydrated, you can't function properly in other aspects, like things start shutting down in your body. So, if you're not fulfilling yourself, then you're also like shutting down in many ways. So, having a solid workout plan where you take time out of your day to work on yourself for yourself benefits in beyond measures. When you work out and have a healthy diet, your body and mind will prosper in many ways. It will help increase your moods, your energy, and your overall physical appearance. Another saying that I'm sure a lot of us have heard, and in a personal aspect, like my grandma always tells me this, like when you look good, you feel good. So this relates to even like how you're dressed and how you present yourself on a day-to-day basis. So if you wake up and leave the house every day in sweats, sweater, girls, like we don't do our makeup or like our hair, or you don't do like your morning routine, um you may not have like so much of a great day because you're kind of feeling like blech. Whereas if you eat a well balanced breakfast in the morning, maybe you do some yoga, you do some stretching, you get a workout in before you start your morning, it brings in a positive aspect and a positive, little spark to the day. So, having a balanced diet also fuels your whole entire day. And that's meaning a balanced meal throughout the day. So, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you have snacks in between, you have your proper water intake. Because also, I feel like a lot of us, and on a personal level, like I drink a lot of coffee. And I always like tell myself, like, oh, like if I need to get all my water intake, like I need like a Q cup. Like sometimes you need to find things that help you stay motivated, as well as that. Like personally, like when I work out and go to the gym later at night when my everything's done that I need to take care of, like I love to have on like a nice cute workout set. Like for me, it just motivates me to get things done. So we all need to find, I guess, like we could say, like your purpose, like your why in life. Like, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to have a healthy, balanced lifestyle, diet, and everything? Because it does, like it does help you and it helps everybody else around you. So, on that note, when you don't have a balanced diet, your day isn't fueled. So you may start to experience headaches, you may feel blurred, you may feel dizzy, a blurred vision, and that's because our sugar levels are dropping drastically as the day goes on. And sometimes, like when I was at work, like I would forget to eat, or I wouldn't get my breaks on time, or I would eat my lunch as well as I'm doing other things. And I'm not eating as much, so then throughout the day, I just feel sluggish. That also reflects on your mood. So if we're not eating, I know on another personal level, if I don't have coffee, like my head starts to pound, like I'm like not in the best of mood, and that affects others and it affects other people around you. So it's your body telling you that it needs to be recharged with nutrients. Just like when our phones start to die, we plug it in, it's feeding it nutrients, and that's what we need in our body to have a great day. So next up, we'll be looking at the obesity rate according to the CDC. So this picture that you could see that I have posted right here, California, it shows where it's 25 to like 30% of obesity rate, and then we could see like Arizona, Texas. Those are more like 30 to 35% of the obesity rate. So, according to the CDC, it says obesity affects the nation's military readiness. Only 2 in 5 young adults are weight eligible and physically prepared for basic training. So, this is actually kind of concerning because, first of all, it's talking about young individuals. And I think, like, if you're already starting off young on the wrong foot, the wrong note, like that kind of carries on because you get used to being the way that you are. And sometimes people around you aren't like motivating you and pushing you to excel better in those categories in life where you're kind of like declining in. So being overweight causes negative effects on your physical health and mental health as well. Being overweight strips you from enjoying life. Think about when you're overweight, you can't walk as fast. Maybe you can't, don't have the proper endurance to engage in physical activity because of all the pressure from the weight that's being put on your joints. And this causes pain. So, this may cause the individual just to forget about physical activity in whole and total because, sometimes for individuals, it's easier for them to say, no, like I won't do it because like it hurts, or no, I won't do it because I get sweaty. But being considered obese or overweight can also cause a lot of health abnormalities such as high blood pressure, which can cause an increase in risk conditions, increase in stroke, heart attacks, blockages in the artery from all the fats and oils that you're consuming, asthma due to lung issues, high cholesterol, and the list goes on. So this is why it's very important that we, carve out time for ourselves to do, engage in physical activity, carve time out to meal prep. That way it's easier the next day so that you just grab and go because of how busy our lifestyle can be, our life activities and everything like that. So that's why it's really important, again, to work out, work on ourselves, enjoy life to the fullest because life is so beautiful and it's so bad to just kind of decline when you have all these opportunities to excel and eat properly and um, encourage yourself to work out. So, hopefully, after this presentation, I kind of gave you an insight on how important it is to have a healthy lifestyle. Thank you. These are just my references. Thank you. Have a good day.